I have a problem sleeping to this day.
And he said to me, he said, yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer.
Usher has revealed shocking secrets about Clive Davis, Diddy, and Will Smith. After Clive Davis reportedly passed away on June 22, 2026, at age 94, old industry rumors came back fast. His ties to Diddy, his control over major artists, and his alleged connection to Will Smith all came under fresh attention. Usher's claims suggest Davis played a bigger role in Diddy's rise than people knew. He didn't just mentor him. He showed him how power, business, and alliances really worked behind closed doors. Now, those revelations have reopened questions about Hollywood's hidden circles, where mentorship, influence, and secrecy often blur together.
Nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
In the early 1990s, Usher was sent to New York to chase his music dreams after Clive Davis discovered him. He was still a teenager when he spent almost a year living with Diddy, who was rising fast as a young producer. But years later, Usher looked back on that time differently. What was supposed to be mentorship exposed him to a grown-up world he was not ready for. The lifestyle, the pressure, and the things happening around him felt too much for someone his age. And that led to one uncomfortable question. Would Usher ever send his own child to Puffy Camp?
I've been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
Usher was only 13 or 14 when he entered Diddy's New York camp, hoping to make it in music. The idea was simple: give him exposure, experience, and industry connections. But over time, that chapter became surrounded by heavy questions. People close to Diddy have described the environment as intense and overwhelming for someone so young. One former bodyguard even claimed Usher was hospitalized during that period. What was supposed to be guidance slowly turned into scrutiny, raising serious questions about power, protection, and responsibility.
What happened to Usher?
I heard about some music executive from the industry back in Harlem. I heard it from some music executives back in Harlem. And I'm not going to speak on their name. They doing programs and everything like that, and they may be doing something, they may speak on it themselves.
According to Jaguar Wright, Clive Davis was not just a music executive, he was a key mentor behind Diddy's rise. Wright claimed Davis taught Diddy how to move through the industry, build powerful relationships, and use influence to his advantage. She argued Diddy did not climb alone. Powerful people helped shape his path from the beginning. In her interview, Wright pointed straight at Davis, saying he was the one making moves before Diddy ever became the mogul we know. Her claim makes one thing clear: in entertainment, power is rarely built alone.
Clive Davis in the beginning. No, he didn't empower him. That motherfucker put his ass on a block. He gave him power. And all he had to do was diddle-dee-dee and diddle-dee-dum.
As Diddy's power grew, his name became linked to more than hit records. He also became known for guiding young stars. Usher spent important early years around him. Justin Bieber also built a public friendship with Diddy during his teenage rise. Will Smith, though known mainly as an actor, was also seen as a mentor to younger entertainers. At one point, he even connected with Diddy, placing himself close to that circle of influence. But unlike Diddy's troubled path, Will seemed to know when to step back. He kept distance from controversy and protected the clean image that made him one of Hollywood's most respected names.
Will Smith and Diddy destroyed this young singer's career, and some are saying they R-worded him like they allegedly did to Justin Bieber and Usher.
According to Diddy's former bodyguard, one tense moment happened at a celebrity gathering with Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and others. He claimed Diddy came over and said Will and Jada were trying to get close to Jennifer Lopez. Diddy then asked him to stay nearby. The bodyguard said he felt Diddy was worried something could turn into a confrontation, so he stayed close to Jennifer through the event. But in the end, nothing physical happened.
Stay close, because I'm a snuffer. I said to myself, Will Smith gonna beat the shit out you.
Clive Davis first met Diddy when Diddy was only 21. That meeting started a relationship many people later questioned. As Diddy's career grew under Davis's influence, their closeness became harder to ignore. Then, when Diddy's legal troubles began, speculation around Clive grew even louder. Jaguar Wright and others claimed Davis may have feared what could come out, especially if old industry secrets were exposed. What once looked like mentorship now carries a darker shadow, one tied to power, protection, and hidden influence.
You know, personally, I've got to tell you, he really is a major star in this film tonight. He's a spokesman all the way through. I met him before I ever knew of him. I met him when he was 21 years old.
Jaguar Wright also made serious claims about Clive Davis and Whitney Houston's final years. She alleged Davis played a troubling role in Houston's struggles, claiming he wanted to bring her back under his control. According to Wright, Whitney was pushed into international tours despite her substance issues. She even claimed Houston performed in Kazakhstan while still battling addiction. Wright also said Davis placed her in rehab before her return to the U.S., not just for healing, but to repair her public image for business. The claims remain disputed, but they reopened painful questions about Whitney's treatment, industry control, and whether profit was placed above her well-being.
I feel like anything with her name on it is strictly for the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis.
Including Clive Davis.
Clive Davis. This ain't a film to celebrate Whitney Houston. This is a film to, pay the piper.
He was the one trying to bring her back, though, at the time of prior to her death, right?
He needed her back. He needed her back, but he needed her back and under his control.
Chaka Khan once described Clive Davis's parties as pure insanity. Her criticism became even stronger after Whitney Houston died in 2012. Davis still held his annual pre-Grammy party at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, the same place where Whitney had just been found dead. Many people were shocked. Artists like Chaka Khan and Sharon Osbourne said the party should have been canceled out of respect. Davis called it a tribute, but others saw it as cold and exploitative. That moment raised a painful question. Was Whitney's legacy being honored, or was the industry protecting business as usual?
That was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. I don't know what could motivate.
Jaguar Wright claimed Diddy was protected from the start, and that much of that protection came from Clive Davis. According to her, Davis did more than support Diddy. He positioned him, gave him access to money, and helped powerful people trust him. Wright argued that Diddy never showed everyone how much backing he really had. People around him, including junior mafia and street associates, thought he was moving on his own. But Wright claimed his real strength came from Davis, the money behind him, and the network built around him. While many mocked Diddy's flashy dancing, she said the real story was behind the scenes. He was funded, shielded, and placed exactly where he needed to be. In her view, Diddy's independence was an illusion, and Clive Davis helped build the foundation.
He wasn't going to tell Gene and them that's how he was getting the money. Right. Let's be real about that. You think he was going to admit to these niggas who he went to school with, who essentially he asked to come to make his G official?
Clive Davis was famous for his lavish Grammy after-parties. These events became legendary in music, bringing artists, executives, and celebrities into one powerful room. To some, they were celebrations. To critics, they were displays of Davis's control, a place where influence, access, and business mixed behind closed doors. Even through controversy, Davis kept the tradition alive, proving he was still seen as a kingmaker in the industry. But after his reported passing in June 2026, new claims surfaced that he may have taken secrets with him. Some alleged those secrets were tied to Diddy, especially as Diddy's legal troubles grew. Davis had played a major role in Diddy's rise, reportedly backing Bad Boy Records in the 1990s and helping turn him into one of hip-hop's most powerful names.
Positions of power. When they use those positions to take advantage of people, to especially younger people, right? There have been so many people who have been traumatized, young people who have been used and abused because there were people who had power that could make their dream come true. Can you imagine
Their partnership was still being celebrated in public, with Clive Davis honoring Diddy at the Grammys as recently as 2020. But after Cassie Ventura's lawsuit and the investigations that followed, Diddy's image began to collapse. By 2025, his legal troubles had reached a breaking point. Then came more allegations, claims that Davis was haunted by what he and Diddy may have done together. Davis denied any wrongdoing, but the questions around their partnership only grew darker.
Most influential brands in the genre. According to the Daily Mail, Davis provided substantial financial backing to the young music executive during early days of Bad Boy Records, including a reported $15 million investment to help establish the label.
Janis Joplin's death in October 1970 has also been surrounded by speculation. Joplin was one of rock music's most powerful voices. She was found dead in her hotel room at only 27 from a heroin overdose. Some critics later tried to connect Clive Davis to the circumstances around her final days. Reports claimed Joplin had argued with Davis over her contract and was trying to move away from his control. Others said she was getting sober and starting to see the danger around her before suddenly relapsing. That timing raised questions and added another dark layer to the rumors around Davis's influence.
It was, monster MC. But he was talking about, him following Crawleyism and how he was all into that. And then that's when I started looking at the connection between who was in control of his career at TDE and who they were connected to.
More allegations later surfaced, claiming hush money and NDAs were used to keep details quiet. Those claims only fueled suspicion around Davis and the power he held at the time. Some observers compared Janis Joplin's case to later controversies involving Whitney Houston, pointing to the same themes: control, secrecy, and exploitation. Officially, Joplin's death was ruled accidental, but critics argue Davis's influence helped keep deeper questions out of the spotlight, leaving people to wonder how much power he truly had behind the scenes.
Joplin passed away of a boy overdose, and y'all know what I mean when I say boy.
Boy, wait, that's...
Well, girl is the cocaine and boy is the dark heroin.
You don't have to, I got you. All right, understood.
So she died of a boy overdose in October 1970 at the age of 27.
Critics have also speculated about Clive Davis's private life, especially after he later spoke openly about being bisexual. Some observers claimed this part of his identity may have connected to hidden circles of influence inside entertainment. Others pointed to rumors around Diddy and alleged relationships with stars and industry figures. None of these claims have been proven, but critics argue Davis's mentorship and personal connections may have been more complicated than the public ever knew. That is why his legacy remains controversial. He helped shape music history, but many believe he escaped real accountability. Despite decades of rumors, allegations, and criticism, Davis never went to jail. To critics, that showed the scale of his power and raised questions about whether fear, silence, or leverage protected him for years.
Having turned to it, I learned to see what people's reaction were. It was frankly intimidating in the sense that the adage is true. Nobody believes in it. And you're either gay, you're straight, or you're lying.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you in the next one.